Hey everyone, so it's day 5 and the last day of our Financially Fit group. I just wanted to make one quick wrap up video to kind of tie everything together. So we went over just a recap if you haven't watched the other 4 days worth of videos yet or read any of the posts. We've gathered bills and income and your expenses. Then we made a budget, and then we figured out how the debt snowball is going to work. Then we talked cash and saving for the future, which is perfect timing of year as we're coming up to the new year. And today's post was about like cutting up the credit cards and just using cash, which is totally doable. I thought it wasn't at first, but have come to learn you really don't need credit cards in your life, especially with Visa debit now. You can still shop online and get anything you need with a debit card. And just do it because you may pay off your balance each month on your credit card, but there could be that one time, and then that one time turns into the next time, and then you're eventually snowballing in the opposite direction that you were in. That is what happened to me. So I said I'd share with you, obviously the proof is in the pudding. And for us, we started this, it was kind of like April when it was like, okay, we really need to get our lives together. What's going on here? When like bills kept coming and they kept going unpaid, even though cash was coming in, but we had no idea where our money was going. So in the last, let's say, 6 months, we've paid off over $12,000 of consumer debt. So that's just like that's our visas, student loan, all consumer debt that we have. Over $12,000 is out of our life, which is super freeing feeling, and we can see the light at the end of the tunnel. We know it's going to be hard work. We are in the process of buying a second home, which we weren't planning for, but it's happening, and we know we can afford it because we have our budget in place, and we know we'll still be able to pay off our debts at the same time. And there is really no better feeling than feeling that stability. So maybe for you, I'm not trying to like give you an opportunity or anything, but maybe it's time to look at your income, look at your expenses, and see, okay, we make X amount of dollars and there's X amount coming out every month, but we can't afford to live on what we're making. So maybe it's time to start thinking about how can I earn an extra income? And I know we're all busy, and I know where I live, part-time jobs are basically non-existent, and even finding full-time work year-round is quite difficult to do. Go to the internet, you guys. There are so many income opportunities online. I know it's not conventional, but this is the way the world is going, and there are amazing opportunities out there. For me, I love fitness. I love working out, and I had weight to lose, and I had always loved Beachbody programs. So what I did is I discovered that you could make an income for working out at home, which I was already doing anyway. And without Beachbody, there would be no freaking way we would be buying a second home right now. No way. I'd have to, both of us would have to find another part-time job, and I'd probably be waitressing and working way more hours than I would be working with Beachbody to make that money. So my opinion for anyone that is wanting to get themselves out of debt at a fast rate without finding a whole other job or spending a ton of time, dig into yourself and think of something that you're interested in. If you like makeup and buying makeup and using makeup and are recommending makeup to your friends, there's a network marketing company for that. If you like home decor and candles and I don't know, there's a network marketing company for that. There are so many opportunities out there. You could, like, there's so many people out there looking for your help online. Trust me on that. Just dig into what you enjoy and but really look into the compensation plan of companies first, because some of them you need to like buy a certain amount of product and it can almost feel like you're spending more than you're making. Um, anyway, it's worth looking into. If you want to increase your income, there's opportunities out there, and you can get yourself out of debt so fast from home. Like, you could use all your second income to put on your debt or save for Christmas, save for a trip. So yeah, we have paid off over $12,000 in the last 6 months. I went to Nashville for 5 days on cash. The two of us went to New York for 5 days on cash, and we're still paying off this debt. So it's possible, it's doable. It will snowball and compound over time, and maybe a little elbow grease is needed to get yourselves out of there faster and start saving for the future, because it will help your relationship so much. With maybe you're a single person, but it's going to help your relationship with yourself, just to get that weight off your shoulder. Or if you're married, I know that's what most couples argue about. And with kids, I know it's probably harder, but I can't relate to that. But it is possible. You have to figure out a way to make this work for you. I know there's different systems, but find the system that works for you, and hopefully you can find an opportunity out there that you are interested in that can help you snowball your debt and have a life savings and retire early and have money in the bank when you retire. Like, that is what we're working for, and we know how much money we will have when we retire. Cash. We have that figured out. And as two 30-year-olds, almost 30, still 29, that is so important. My parents tell me all the time they wish they had started saving when they were younger. So we probably should have started doing this 10 years ago, but we're starting now, and that's what matters. I'm not saying getting out of debt is easy, and if you choose another system because every dollar that we use seems too complicated, know that it's going to take a good 3 months to get this nailed down. You're not going to make your budget this week and think, okay, we're in the clear, and then you get to the end of this month and something went wrong. That can happen, but you have to stick with it. It's the same as a health and fitness journey. You don't gain the weight in a month, you're not going to lose it in a month. So give this particular system, if your mission is to get out of debt, give it a good 3 months, and then come back to me and tell me if your life hasn't changed. So I thank you so much for being part of this group. And like I said on day one, I'm not an expert, but this is what's working for us. And I would love to hear your feedback in case I do this group again in the future, if it actually worked, helped you, anything positive or negative feedback, I'd love to hear. Thanks for being part of this.